Embattled Edwin Sifuna has fired shots towards the President William Ruto and his right-hand man Raymond Omolo after Godfrey Ososi, the senator for Vihiga County, was attacked badly and viciously while in Kisumu town. Things have escalated, and right now Edwin Sifuna is firing shots and saying it point blank and black and white that they don't fear anyone. Here's the tip.
Hakuna kitu tatutisha bwana. Mutatuua sisi wote. Hata hiyo Kisumu tunaenda, in fact tunataka tuzungumze tukimaliza Nakuru, sasa tukuje Kisumu. Kama wanataka kutuangamiza sisi wote, wajaribu kutuangamiza kwa sababu Kenya ni huru bana. Kenya ni huru. Wewe sema yako, ukimaliza mwingine aseme yake. Lakini hatuwezi kuwa katika mandhari ya siasa ambayo eti ukizungumza kitu unaweza kuvamiwa na magenge ya majambazi hata ukiwa katika starehe zako. Unanielewa? So nataka niwaombe wakazi wa Kisumu, kwa sababu kuna watu ambao naona ni kama wanataka kuwachafulia jina. Mimi najua wakazi wa Kisumu. Nimekuwa katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM miaka 9 bwana. Hakuna siku nimevamiwa Kisumu mimi, hata katika hiyo eneo la Java hiyo moja ya hapo Acacia. Hakuna siku watu wa Kisumu, in fact ukitoka pale wanakusalimia, mnazungumza, mnaenda. Watu wa Kisumu ni watu wa amani. Kuna mtu tu mmoja ambaye anajaribu kuharibia eneo zima la Kisumu na Luo Nyanza sifa kwa kuandaa haya magenge ya vijana kuweza kuwashambulia watu ambao anaona kana kwamba hawana maoni sawa na yeye. Na sisi tunaomba wakazi wa Kisumu, sisi ambao tunawalinda nyinyi wananchi, na nyinyi mtulinde. Na nyinyi mtulinde. Sisi hatuna uwezo wa kuweza kuzuia matukio kama haya, lakini wananchi wa Kisumu wenyewe wajue kwamba hawa viongozi wote na wanalinda mwananchi. Hatuna ubaya na mtu yote, tunawapenda. Na sisi tunajua mnatupenda. Lakini wale wachache ambao wanajaribu kuweka nyufa kati yetu na nyinyi, tuwakataze, tuwaambie siasa kama hizo zilipitwa na wakati.
Now, from the video whereby Edwin Sifuna was addressing the media hours after Ososi was viciously attacked at a restaurant in Kisumu, here there are some specific points Edwin Sifuna said that we're gonna talk about today in this video. And before that, kindly, if you are new here, consider subscribing, liking and sharing our content. You can also hit the notification bell so that you can be receiving notifications each and every time that we bring in a new content. Now, there is that part, the first point whereby Edwin Sifuna said that hatutishwi. That indicates a lot that perhaps whatever happened or rather whatever happened on Godfrey Ososi, it was an indication that whatever the objective the attackers had, they wanted to create some tension, they wanted to create some panic so that they can create cowardice in the Linda Mwananchi movement. You know, there are many things that are happening in ODM and they are being fueled by William Ruto. No wonder Raymond Omolo, the PS for Internal Security, is now dragged into the whole saga involving the attacking of Godfrey Ososi. So by Edwin Sifuna stating calmly, you know, he said that hatutishwi and we are not going to back down. He said that even if you attack us, there's nothing, you can't sell us fear, and we will need to talk about what we need to talk because Kenya is a democratic country. Number 2, in fact, he fired another bullet saying that they will now hold a tour, a rally in Kisumu. This one is least expected because, you know, ODM, let's say ODM is a low party, and being a low party, even if I remind you, when Raila Odinga was alive, even the positions that were given to the party, solely the Luo party, the Luos were taking those positions. Even when Raila Odinga was going to vie for the African Union chairmanship, you know, he left the party for Anyang' Nyong'o. Why didn't he leave it for Edwin Sifuna or Godfrey Ososi now that they were the deputy party leaders? You know, it tells you that it's a Luo party. Therefore, staging a rally in Kisumu, you know, as I thought, as you think, it can be lethal to the Linda Mwananchi. You know, the people from Kisumu, they are our loved brothers and sisters, but they are, you know, I don't know if it is stereotyping or being typed, but we know they are good in stone throwing. This goes back to the time of even Jomo Kenyatta. When Jomo Kenyatta was opening the Russia hospital, a fracas happened there. There were stones being thrown here and there. You know, they are linked with the Gor Mahia. You know, when Gor Mahia loses or something happens, it is chaos, thorns and everything. So they are known. So they are known with the causing fracas and also throwing stones when they get pissed off. But now Edwin Sifuna said that, in fact, after the Nakuru rally, we are going to Kisumu. We are going to stage that rally there. So tell Raymond Omolo to organize his guns so that they can kill us. You see? That shows that the Linda Mwananchi group has really, has made a decision to fight for Kenya and to protect the Kenyans at all costs, involving taking their own lives. And then another thing Edwin Sifuna said, he knows that perhaps William Ruto and Raymond Omolo, they want to create enmity between the Luo nation and the Luhya nation. You know, there's something they say that if you want to lead you need to divide and rule. So there is a unity that has existed between Luo nation and the Luhya nation. These people have been coexisting, you know. But now, I think there is something that is coming up. Perhaps they want, those attackers and the planners, they wanted to create enmity between the Luo Nyanza and, the Western Luhya nation, such that it can be easier to get votes in the coming 2027 election, perhaps. And that is why Edwin Sifuna is saying here that I know the Kisumu people are good people. In fact, only a few individuals who have been contaminated by one individual, and that is Raymond Omolo, as they have been saying since morning, to create this mayhem. In fact, he said he has been the Secretary General for ODM party for Raila Odinga for 9 years. He has been taking his meals in Kisumu, enjoying the serene environment in Kisumu, but he has never been attacked. And that tells us that, one person or a few individuals, they want to cause mayhem. But the Luo nation and the Luhya nation, they've been together all along. And then another strong statement that Edwin Sifuna said, and I want us to, to think loud. Personally, I want to think loud, He said that Linda Mwananchi tunawalinda na nyinyi tafadhali mtulinde. That is a statement that you can view it in two dimensions. It can be, a plea to the public to take charge and protect their leaders. Number two, it can be inciting, because he said that we are protecting you and you also protect us, because when such a situation happens, when you are gotten amidst that situation, there's nothing you can do. Like what happened to Ososi, he had nothing to do. He couldn't, protect himself. It happened only that the public could come forth to protect him, and that is what Edwin Sifuna is calling. Right now, Edwin Sifuna is people's darling, especially the young people in Kenya. They really love Edwin Sifuna. I've gone some places, you find people saying, "Oh, mimi ni Sifuna, mimi ndiye Sifuna." People identifying themselves with the movement. That shows that he has a lot of following, especially from the young people. And by saying that, you guys, you need to protect us, by saying that, it means that the young people, he's invoking the spirits of the young people to take charge, and whatever happens, the shenanigans, if Raymond Omolo tries to bring his own stupidity and paying the goons and stuff, the way Babu Win has been saying, and even mentioning the names of the goons working with Raymond Omolo. In fact, even photos have emerged of Raymond Omolo having an interaction with the purported goons who attacked Godfrey Ososi. You see, so by Edwin Sifuna saying that, perhaps is inciting the young people to take charge and perhaps beat up those people, those goons who are being sent by, these leaders allied to William Ruto. And this is a case that happened in Kakamega at Amalemba grounds, whereby they had a rally. Some youth some youth came with a tear gas. And the youths there, they gave him a thorough beating. To an extent, Babu Wino had to interrupt them, to tell them, no, leave him alone. And that is exactly what Edwin Sifuna means. If someone brings mchezo, the youths should deal with him, and that one is lethal, in Kenyan politics. And we know where we are headed. Perhaps is an anarchy, maybe in Kenya, and that's not what we are fighting for as democratic Kenyans. I don't know what you think, but you can write your comment down there in the comment section. Equally, if you are new here, consider subscribing, like, and sharing our content. Hit the notification bell so that you can be receiving notifications each and every time we bring you a new content.